During settings screen you have 18 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, y'all keep it flow. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Ready, set, stay. Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Menu narration option is set to off.
Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Ready, set, stay. But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Redskins. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, defense.
Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Flush to his right. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
On first down, this is Geis. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 36 yards on the play.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Back to the ground on first. It's Geis. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now the first carry for Bryce Love. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At the Eagles' 16-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5.
I know he ain't got it.
This is Geis. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's first and 10. Following the penalty, it's Geis. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. And that is caught by the tight end Reed. Touchdown, Washington. Jordan Reed, his first touchdown on the year. And the Redskins take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a first and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Here's Wentz to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Montez Sweat in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
After the sack on first down, Wentz, man open, it's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Jonathan Allen has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
Geis. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best. I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down.
Watch the screen.
Third down. Here's Haskins. Flushed out right. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Wentz. He gets it to Thomas. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down, Eagles.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Running on first down, Eckler. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll run here with Eckler. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 24-yard touchdown as they are now on the board here in the first half. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their own 11. They start on the ground with Geis. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
The throw over the middle taken in, and they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the 31-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now a run with Geis. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On play action, Haskins. And this one complete to Reed. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try and get it with Geis. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Washington Redskins, first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Geis. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line. Well, earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to defend him. I think you used the term bottle him up at different levels. They've struggled to do that.
They certainly have, because when you see them approach, in order to bottle them up at different levels, that front line's got to take care of business. Otherwise, he starts to sift through.
53 is the mark. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Haskins nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, no takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And he lost the football, and the Redskins scoop it. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
It's our time. It's our
Second down, Haskins. Able to find his running back, Geis. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Past the 20, and he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. Only needed 1 yard. He said, I'll get you more than that.
Yeah, yard, piece of cake, right? And if you're a defender, seeing the back of the jersey and being able to read his name, not a good thing. That means you're in chase mode. That didn't go well for them on that snap.
On first down, here's Love. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the screen.
On second down, here's Haskins. Off to Geis on the screen. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis as the first half is winding down. And the Redskins have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
Now Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jonathan Allen in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
And that's his second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Hey. You got three.
Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. Haskins hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Looking to throw, Haskins. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. The Redskins send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Nice footwork at the 25.
It's been a struggle all game for them on offense. This was a chance to maybe provide a little bit of a spark with a punt return. Unfortunately, that spark got doused.
Yeah, and you call special teams the 3rd phase, but you see here it can be the 1st phase sometimes.
That is so true, right? It can ignite it one way or the other, and boy, that didn't help them at all.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down. Now Wentz. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, they feel like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Strong safety Landon Collins, the one who got a hand in there, knocked it away.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Check.
They'll run with Geis. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now after the run by Geis, here's 1st and 10. Here's Haskins. He's got his running back, Darius Geis. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. On 2nd down, Love. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Haskins on 3rd down. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well. Absolutely.
Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Returnable for Thomas. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. It's Eckler again. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Checking things elsewhere. 3rd quarter now from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. And the Vikings opening up their lead. They've scored again. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Wentz now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5.
Mike 35, Mike 35.
74.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And he's going to go down again. Reuben Foster in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
At the 11-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Now it's Haskins. He gets it in the hands of Geis. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. On 3rd down, Haskins. And he finds McLaurin. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A Redskin first down, the pickup 15 yards.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Redskins on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brandon Graham in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
On 2nd and 7, Wentz. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 30 yards there.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Go. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Back to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
Well, to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
First down, Eagles.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You have to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. He's been quiet all afternoon. He may have just come up with a play of the day right there, though.
Obviously, it's not the volume in which you get done. It's the quality, and that was a quality catch right there.
Back to throw. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Austin Eckler in the final minute as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On the ground, it's Geis. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. Haskins to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Now they're just trying to do anything possible to try and get the ball downfield and get into field goal range.
And with that clock dwindling, they felt the need to take a pretty big shot there. Unfortunately, couldn't complete it. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines, but then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sideline?
It's the old leverage game, and we usually talk about leverage at the line of scrimmage, right? Who's going to win with the low blocking and everything that goes along with that. But in this case, you're trying as a defender to leverage them towards the middle of the field, not let them get to the sidelines and try and tackle them in bounds in order to run the clock out. Chess match here late.
Here is Eckler. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And down to the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking two plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. One final shot for Haskins. Haskins hit, and he lost the football.
You better be ready next time.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Eagles, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.